Okay, so this is just a quick review so I can post something to Clutter Reports today, even though it's really late. This is the Star Trek phaser pistol replica produced by Art Asylum. I actually picked this up at a convention yesterday for $10-15 cheaper than you usually get it for. So it was like 20 bucks. So that's a pretty good deal for this. And people are interested in the box, so I'm showing off the box first. Personally, I don't care. The only reason I'm keeping the box is I have no other way to display the pistol phaser. And like I said, this is a replica of the Star Trek phaser, and it's got different sounds. I pulled out the Try Me tab already because I've been messing with it a bit. So I'm not going to show that. And, well, if it wasn't covered by the instructions, okay, there you can see, if I can do this, there's a little Star Trek symbol in there. I don't know if that's a coin or something in there. I don't really plan to take that out unless I find a way to display the phaser. Then I'll take it out of the box and get rid of the box. On the back of the box, you've got talks about the phaser. It's got a number of different sound settings, and I'll be showing those off in a moment. Upcoming Star Trek action figures, including mirror universe versions of Kirk and Spock, as regular Kirk and Spock. And it tells you some of the credits of the people who helped design the replica. This is it. When I was a kid, I had a toy phaser that shot little discs, plastic discs, and it came with a toy communicator that didn't actually work, and a belt I could put the holster on. So it's kind of nice to actually have a phaser toy again. An authentic phaser pistol action replica. And we're going to show that off right now. Okay, so the phaser is now out of the box. So yeah, it looks just like the phaser on the show. Sorry, I got the air conditioner going. It's kind of warm up here. But the way around looks like the phaser props from the show. And trying to work. And it. I don't know. And it has this little dial here. It's supposed to ring up and down. It's supposed to be a targeting sensor. I don't remember ever seeing anybody flipping up and down a targeting sensor on the show. The gun has 5 different sounds. First 4 are here. These are all the various settings on the phaser. We have stun. I don't remember ever hearing that noise on the show, but it's been a while since I've sat down and really watched it. Then you've got kill, torch, and disintegrate. And then you have no matter what setting you have this on, except for off, and you turn this little knob here, so all the different power settings here, check this way, and it makes a different noise. It's our 5th sound. That's overload and explode. Although the explode sound really is not too good with this speaker, but that's the overload sound. I don't know how often you're actually going to use that if you're messing with it. That'd be a good prop if you're doing a fan film, I guess. And this setting here actually controls the intensity of the light, so you can make it less light or brighter. You're supposed to show the intensity of the phaser blast you're using, I guess. Or you can turn the light off entirely by just this little switch here. No light at all. Practice mode, I guess. Tiger it! Now this little knob here activates the other feature on this. So pull this out and you pull this part up. Now, for fans of the show, know this is the Type 2 phaser, and that there are models of the Type 2 that the Type 1 is supposed to connect to. I don't remember seeing that on the show either, but apparently it did show up. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. This is the one that they would use when they were on covert operations. It's easier to hide this than it is to hide this thing, which, by the way, now with this unit taken out, does nothing. This has all the sounds and everything on it. This simply allows you to activate them while you're using when you have it connected. So there's a little button here, and this presses the trigger on the phaser. Trigger on the phaser. You can see the lights here. And then you turn the knob for the overload mode. This comes in and then pushes into this other button here. You can't overload the phaser 1 too easy, but you can load the phaser 2. And doesn't change the sound effects when you take the phaser 1 out of phaser 2. Still the same. And that's all to show. And you just click it back into place, and that's it. The light from you saw here goes out through here, and it's definitely a nice replicas. You feel like you're holding a phaser. It's got all the sounds that you need, and getting it pretty much on for cheaper than I usually find it for. I think I got a pretty good deal. So conventions are a good place to find some cool stuff cheap. Yeah, that's really all I got to say. So if you can find the Art Asylum, find these things at a convention, I would recommend doing that instead of finding it in the store, because it's going to be more expensive. But it's a good something I think Star Trek fans would really enjoy having. Actually, there's one more thing I want to show. If you look here on the dials on the various phaser units, right here, they actually have a whole bunch of numbers for different force settings. I don't know where you can see that. Yeah, different force settings. The only thing is you only have 4 settings, but there's like this whole ton of numbers running around here, ranging from 1 to, so you turn it all the way up, 20. I don't know why they bothered putting that in, because you can't, unless you're supposed to be all sorts of different force settings on an actual phaser, and they just had the 4 sounds. And then here, this is supposed to control the power being used by the phaser or something. I don't know. You can't really see that as well. But they also have numbers running around here. So it's good attention to detail. And it really is a good, like I said, it is a very good prop. And it's definitely worth picking up if you're a Star Trek fan. And that's my review.